Pebbles Kid Stories.
The Drummer. A drummer and his son once went to Varanasi to play at a festival. At the end of the festival,
Here is some money for both of you. Your son is a very good drummer. Father, I enjoyed the festival very much.
You gave a good performance, son.
the next moment,
What are you doing?
Beating the drum. What else? I feel on top of the world today, Father.
Don't make such a din. You'll attract robbers. This forest is full of them.
I'll play a martial beat to frighten them off, Father.
some thieves hiding in the jungle heard the loud drumming.
It appears a royal party is hunting in the forest.
After a while enough,
Son, don't do it again. That should only be played once.
but the boy went on.
Why don't you listen to me?
Oh, Father, you worry too much. I'll scare the thieves good and proper. What? The same drum beats twice. This is no royal party. It is just somebody who has made a lot of money and is feeling happy. Let's attack him.
The thieves quickly spotted the drummer and his son,
Stop! Don't move! Give us all you have, or we will kill you.
and the thieves ran off with the loot.
I told you to stop, didn't I? But you wouldn't listen. In your pride, you foolishly invited your own doom by playing at the wrong time.
I have learned my lesson now, Father.
Moral: there is a time and a place for everything. Practice what you preach. Once, the king of the birds took his flock to a village in search of food.
Now go and look for seeds and grain. When you find some, report to me, so we can all share it.
As they wandered off, one of the birds came to a road along which wagons loaded with grain used to pass.
Look at all the grain on the road. What a feast! I won't tell the king about this find. But what if one of the others should fly this way and see the grain? I know. I'll tell them about it and yet keep them away.
She flew back.
You have been away a long time. Have you had any luck?
None at all. In fact, I very nearly lost my life.
The birds were all ears.
I happened to fly over the highway. Elephants and horses and wagons drawn by fierce bullocks go along that route.
Vegans? Then there must be plenty of grains there and there. But once you light, it's difficult to soar up again. Don't go that way. It's dangerous.
After her warning, the other birds were careful to avoid the highway.
That was clever of me. I have all this grain to myself now.
Suddenly,
What's that? Oh, a cart. It's a long way off. There's enough time to pick a few more seeds.
what she didn't know was that it was an express cart. Suddenly,
Oh no! It's almost upon me! Ah!
but before she could take wing, the cart ran over her. That evening, when all the birds came home to roost, they found her missing.
Go and look for her.
The birds flew in all directions in search of their lost companion. Later, a few birds reported to the king.
She is dead. We found her on the highway. A cat must have run over her.
The king flew to the spot at once.
What a sad fate. She warned you not to go near the highway, but she could not control her own greed. Let this be a lesson to all of you.
Moral: wise men speak with forethought. Always listen to them. The vulture and the cat. One day, a blind vulture came to live in the hollow of a tree where birds roosted at night. The birds held a hurried conference.
Poor old bird. He can hardly move around. Let us give him a share of our food, or else he will soon die of starvation.
The old vulture was touched by their kindness.
I shall make it my duty to protect their young when they are away gathering food.
One day, a cat happened to pass by when the birds were away. He did not see the vulture who was napping perched on a high branch.
Ah, lots and lots of little fledglings. Food enough for days and days.
When the little birds saw the cat approach, they set up such a twitter that the vulture woke up. He swooped down.
Who goes there?
Vulture. Oh, I'm done for.
Just then he noticed something.
Oh, the fellow is blind. What a relief.
Who goes there? Speak up.
I'm a cat.
Be off, or I will slay you.
I'm prepared to die if I deserve it. But may I first explain why I'm here?
Yes, you may.
I live on the banks of the Ganga. The birds there constantly speak of your wisdom and your learning. I have come to study law from you.
Yes, but cats like meat, and there are young birds here. I'll have to slay you.
Oh, wise bird, would you kill a stranger who comes to you as a disciple? Besides, I know the scriptures and I have more compassion.
He seems to be trustworthy. All right, you may live in the hollow with me.
Day after day, the cat stole some fledglings and devoured them in the hollow. Each evening, when the birds returned home, they found some fledglings missing.
We must investigate the matter.
It's time to move to fresh hunting grounds.
He slunk away as soon as possible. Meanwhile, as the birds flew hither and thither, one of them chirped loudly.
See what I've found. I've got the culprit. He must be pecked to death.
The ungrateful wretch! He has repaid our kindness by eating our helpless ones.
So they pecked to death the poor vulture, whose only fault was that he treated as a friend one with whom he was barely acquainted. Moral: never trust a stranger. The Sadhu and the Ram. One day, there was a great excitement in Varanasi. People had gathered to watch a ram fight. A sadhu happened to pass by.
What is going on?
A ram fight. Oh, what a fine beasts they are.
The sadhu pushed his way in. He saw a ram retreating with his head bowed low.
He is stepping back. He is bowing before me. Oh, noble beast. Only you in this whole crowd of people know a great soul when you see one.
A man in the crowd called out in warning.
Be careful. He's not bowing before you. He's preparing to attack. Please step back.
No, I won't. The poor animal wants me to bless him.
A moment later, the ram dashed Sadhu with great speed.
I have invited this agony on myself. I was foolish and vain. Now I have paid the price.
Moral: think before you act.
Pebbles Kid Stories.